Good morning. Am I talking again so I can double check audio on the stream? Oh my god, he is not on the stream. That is crazy. Alright, try now.
Hello?
Alright, there we go. Everyone can hear you. It's crazy.
Professional streamer, by the way?
My bad. Let me just change the skin real quick before I forget.
Oh my god.
Oopsies. Professional streamer.
Host
but,
doesn't play with his own skin? That's crazy.
What? Really? I didn't know about that one actually. I apologize. Alrighty. Let's fix the audio up real quick here. Alright. Well. Hello and welcome to the semifinals pool showcase. As you all know, or as most of you I hope know, the SR is being bumped up once again to 6.3. Which means, albeit some picks are a little bit adjusted, most specifically the picks that a lot of you were are expecting to be nerfed, like Hard Rock 2. Yeah, I expect pretty much most of the pick to be.
I'm gonna let you know that the replay for Hard Rock 2 does not make it look nerfed.
It really doesn't, and it definitely looks last minute, unfortunately. Once again, thank you, Mr. Jinyuan, for your replay for it. The map.
You guys know now that most of the replays are me sight reading the pool at like midnight last night. So if you're wondering
really
why these
was,
replays look like they were made, they were like they were the first play, it's because they probably were.
Alright, well, let's not waste any further time here. The first map is a map that I think a good majority of know, and I think especially one person on that is still alive would probably know what it is. He has playtested this map before. Targeted for a different tournament, however, for this time, it's gonna be used as number 1 for this tournament. So, yeah, enjoy playing this. That's all I gotta say. And it is going to be module by Love Plus Darkness.
Yeah, so this Nomad 1 is pretty I would say pretty standard, honestly. There's not a lot. There's nothing like super crazy or super difficult going on here.
I think it's pretty standard except for this one pattern that I think a lot of people might really complain about. Which I'll give you guys a fair warning when it's gonna show up, but I do want to introduce this replayer. Unless you know him yourself, it is Pristine, formerly known as Pristine Toast.
I don't think I know them.
That is tragic. He is my former
I just guessed. I don't know.
What do you mean by that, huh? What do you mean by that?
It's a rather simple word. Also, you need to switch your chat because it's the bottom that's showing up.
Huh?
At the bottom of the hashtag OC is showing up sometimes.
Oh yeah, my bad. Hold on. I'll do it during the break.
Yeah.
Goodbye. There we go.
Fantastic.
He is my old teammate for tournaments. Specifically duo tournaments. Also a big Bakshin lover. As one might come to expect. If you ever searched the Bakshin song into Osu, I guarantee you he has a difficulty on a map set for it. Enough about him though.
Yeah.
Talking more about the map.
I was about to say actually the I did playtest this map a little bit, and I think the one challenge that I had was that the opening slider actually is a little bit difficult to transition into the first pattern without getting a lot of 100s.
Yeah.
At least for me. So there's that. But other than that, this map is pretty...
I do want to interrupt you. We are about to enter... Oh, actually, not yet, sorry. Oh, this part. Yep. The 1-2s.
Yeah, this is... It's a 1-2 section. You're not really gonna... I mean, if you've played any farm map in the last, like, 2 years, you've probably seen a billion things like this before.
Here's a fun fact. When I playtested this, I managed to hit this part once. You're not gonna believe how.
I mean, I hit it.
No, dude, I couldn't hit it for the life of me in solo play, but I tested it once in editor testing. And you know how editor testing has like awful input latency?
Yeah.
Yeah, I somehow hit it while playing editor testing, and that was the only time I ever managed to hit it.
I mean, aim slop is always no mod 1.
True.
So you'll take aim slop and pull. This is a no mod 1. If you don't want it to be aim slop, just don't pick it.
Still a banger, nonetheless.
Next week is Brazil. I'll spoil that for you guys.
Why are you... Bro, we were gonna have that for finals and grand finals, bro. Like,
yeah. Just to balance out the length of the pool, you know.
I thought we were gonna have Brazil for both finals and grand finals every now.
Yeah, and Brazil no mod 1, Quaver no mod 2, right?
Oh no, for sure.
We're just transitioning to an aim tournament.
That is going to be number 1 though, and the last spinner here, honestly, could make a difference in some matches if you think about it, based on all the spinner battles we had so far in the tournament. But we will see. Going onto Nomad 2 though, I think this Nomad 2 might traumatize a few lower tier players, albeit eliminated. So you guys thankfully don't have to deal with this map, but I think this map doesn't really need much of an introduction, honestly. Yeah, let's just jump right into it. You can take the floor with this one. I am very tired because I apologize.
Yeah, so this is Imperfect Cherry Blossom. We have a replay from Thor here. Thank God he didn't use my replay on this, because this is a quick X player playing full aim available. So this is going to be basically somewhat low BPM, 174, but the patterns are longer and the more space to make up for it. It's not like we're starting to see any air between the notes here, but they are a little bit more non-trivial to hit, I'll say. So
and I do want to add
174 BPM. This really kind of does fall into the lower end of the BPM for flow aim, so it's going to be a lot more of. It's going to be a lot closer to figure control in a way, because the BPM is so low that you can't really autopilot it. Or at least for most people, it's a lot more difficult to autopilot at this BPM. So you kind of have to be very focused and extremely particular about when you're tapping here. But aside from that, this is basically just the whole map. There's gonna be these patterns. You get like a little tiny bit of finger control with these double sliders, so on. But really, the third of the map through, it's not really any different for the last 2/3.
Yeah, and I did just want to add, but this map was previously played in a qualifier for a tournament. I think a few of the lower tier players did play, and I do want to stress that this is not the same difficulty that they were playing. This is the top difficulty for this map set, which debatably makes it even worse. So
I mean, for these kinds of patterns, I would expect that anyone who is moderately comfortable with flow aim.
Yeah, for
Probably
sure.
hit any of them in a vacuum. It's just that the map is 3 minutes long, so it's really the consistency that makes it a worthy pick for semifinals here. Like it's 3 minutes of basically just this. So it's can you lock in for 3 minutes and hit all of them? Because you know with nerves and with all that, you're very likely to like not lock on one of these at least, right? It's kind of you gotta have nerves and steel to really stay locked in. But beyond that, it's not. I'll say the mechanics aren't super hard on this. It's really just stay consistent.
It's your standard Noma too, really. There's a reason why the pick really much just belongs in this map pool for sure. And I mean, what would you say would be the more challenging part of this map? Would you say it's more the tapping or more the flow aim?
I personally found the flow aim more challenging. Like I didn't have any issue. I didn't have any issue with like my fingers running out of stamina or anything like that. But it's just like you see even in the replay like for nice. You see play that it's just so long and it's just so hard that you might miss somewhere. It's very difficult not to like to kind of just lose yourself on one pattern.
Yeah. And if you were concerned about the ending, that Thor did have to play this like past midnight, and he said he was already cooked to beyond comprehension. So I applaud him for still trying to get the replays regardless. Thank you, Thor. Thank you, Thor. Next up, Noma 3. Now the only thing I have to say about this pick is I don't think you guys really saw this one coming.
You're messed up, man. Your last surprise, it is one of these maps. You'll play it and you'll like it. I'm not really. I didn't actually play this map last night, so I don't know much about it. But if I know anything about your No Mod 3 picks, I know that it's probably gonna be snappy, probably gonna be a little bit of, a little bit flowy, but mostly snappy here. Especially if it's like one of these kind of like unranked alt slop, you know.
I will say it is definitely one of the first, maybe the first Noma 3 that I pulled where Miro's probably going to be celebrating because it's finally going to be one that is technically single tappable, as you can see from my key inputs. Albeit not easy. I know I'm making it look easy, but like, oh, watch for these zigzag patterns. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, this is definitely a No Mod 3 kind of getting worthy of being pulled in the higher end. Like you're gonna get a lot of these patterns that are not just the flow kind of, move your cursor in an arc, but you actually have to have a lot of competency in the cursor control department to hit these patterns consistently. And I can see a lot of players are going to probably start like, shying away from this kind of thing because it's very difficult to be consistent on this, just like the last map. But this is,
yeah.
And you get a little bit of high SV sliders too, just to kind of make sure that you're paying attention, especially if you're hitting all these patterns.
This map is definitely a lot less flowy for sure compared to the previous pick, because a lot of people did mention how previous pick was basically just full aim ult stream practically, but for this one definitely a lot more snappy, albeit it is slower, but I feel like that can be a slight advantage for people who aren't going to be as comfortable with the snap aim. We will see though.
Yeah, it is. It's one of those maps where you have the option of single tapping. It's obviously a little bit more difficult to kind of single tap for the entire duration of the map, but it's just so that you have that option. if you want to take it, because sometimes, you know, full alting these kinds of patterns can be hard. But at least it's there if you want it, right? So yeah, is there? I don't see anything too crazy out of the map now.
It's pretty box-headed. There's nothing, no big diff spikes really, unless you really count the entire ending to be a diff spike. But playing through it, I don't think it even was in the slightest. But that might just me being a just Noma 3 connoisseur in the first place. That last pattern can trip up off a few people, I would say, if they're in the middle of an FC. With that though, that is going to be Noma 3 last surprise. Any Persona 5 fans out here, if you are, let me know what your favorite woman is in Persona 5. I will not leak mine, thank you very much. Anyways.
Must be Futaba.
Man, like, what? Do you really need to just guess every single thing? Like, I don't.
He's not saying
it's not
no.
fun, man. It's just not fun. Like, it's just not fair. It's just not fair.
You can't
like,
tell me that I was right.
I'm gonna say this straight up. You're not correct. I'm sorry.
Okay, you could have just said that.
Well, didn't feel like it, unfortunately.
Strong words for someone whose dog ass replay is about to get put up on screen. By the way.
Oh my god, bro! Like, what do you want from me, man? Like, Jesus.
No, I mean you're about to put mine up. It's a dog water replay.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not. Number 4 is okay. Actually, technically, you did have a replay for this, but Pristine has a much better score than you, unfortunately. So I went with this instead. Yeah. So Pristine's number 4.
This replay or this Nomad 4. If you played in the SFS, this might be a familiar map. Be With You, made by Altoy. Now this is probably going to be one of the more actually techie picks that we've actually pulled, especially looking at this opening. You see, this is going to be basically your classic slider tech with some little bursts here and there, but it's mostly going to be high SV. Make sure that you tag all those follow points. Those V sliders, I think you don't actually have. I don't know if there's a slider point at the bottom that you have to hit. I think during my plays I didn't really go all the way there, but yeah. And this section is a little bit inconsistent, I find. Yeah, and you can see that Pristine is just kind of aiming for those follow points where you don't need to actually follow the whole. You don't need to actually follow the whole slider. You can kind of turn it into a 3-note pattern. You get into a little bit of a finger control section, or not finger control, but a slight burst section, and yeah, make sure you focus on that one, because those doubles I've seen trip up a lot of people.
Honestly, I'm kind of impressed that Pristine's managed to hit it this well. I mean, I'm not sure if this is even a side read, but this is technically his second try based off of how long.
This is one of those maps. I've played this map quite a bit.
Yeah.
I have like 5 S ranks on it, and none of them are full combos. Like none of these are hard patterns to hit, I'll say. But there's always just somewhere that you just slider break. Like and we get into this ending section where it's not so techy and it's more kind of like classic hyper pop, that you see in all those like future candy kind of maps. So
yep, pretty much.
Yeah, nice FC from Pristine. It's really just there's really one section is a little bit inconsistent, but after that you're probably going to have smooth sailing on the latter half of the map.
And coming up is everybody's least favorite skill set of all time. That's right, I'm talking about Seed. I mean Peed. I mean Speed. Speed. Yeah, Speed. Anyways, I'm a 5. No introduction needed.
Is this my replay? I hope it isn't.
No, don't worry. I have a better replay, albeit debatably worse act.
Debatably?
Debatably.
Everything will freeze, everybody. Everything will freeze.
Everything will freeze.
Everything will freeze in tournament. You may have called it, but I think you might have been thinking be a card. So
see, the real question is, did he expect this map set? He probably did.
No one thinks about the map set when they think about everything will freeze.
Yeah, I definitely thought of
extra difficulty too. Not
yeah.
Just to put that in. So this is definitely getting on the higher end of speed. I'm not sure if we're gonna go much higher in this tournament. Because 240 is actually getting.
I do believe
really...
240 is going to be the max. Yeah.
Yeah, 240 is like the point where you can expect most players to at least be able to burst it, right? At least most players who get to this point of time to be able to burst it. But beyond that, it's a little bit difficult to actually ask players to play that much. So
insane accuracy, by the way.
yeah. So this is, you've probably played this map. This has like 8 million plays or something like that. But what you're getting out of this map is a little bit of linear straight patterns, but mostly just 240 BPM bursts, 5 to 7 notes. You're not gonna get anything super long, nothing like the top diff or anything like that. Wow, that's you.
My bad.
But yeah, if you've played this map, this is actually fairly comboable, I think. Mostly because the bursts are short enough that if you don't have the speed, you can either double tap or finger control, or not finger control, but just kind of spam through it, and you'll probably be fine. Like, there's nothing here that is, I would say, you would expect to kind of lock and note lock and die on.
You know what's one person I could see combo gaming this?
Your nap?
Yeah.
Yeah, though I think that for me, those to play this map, those linear patterns are those like kind of linear 3-note pattern of are the most difficult. I actually have like a 1.2 thousand combo play on this hidden, but I could not get anything going.
I'm surprised you could even do this with hidden, bro. I could barely read the patterns in itself. I need higher AR.
You can read it, it's just, skill diff. So, yeah, out of this, it's everything will freeze, man. Like, if you haven't played this, you haven't existed for, like, more longer than 2 years.
It's box standard, man. I don't know what to tell you. I still remember when time freeze was not FC'd there, and then fucking Cookie Z just jumps in with a steel chair. Yeah? Insane accuracy, by the way. Here's a UR for anyone wondering. Alrighty, going on to Nomad 6, and I think this is all you because this is gimmick.
Nomad 6. Well, this isn't really super gimmick. This is the timing or not rhythmic side of gimmick. Nothing like Tsubaki or anything like that. But if you've played yeah, I just like that pattern, by the way. So this is not KTG Star, this is actually Zotero, but this is on a Devious Panda map set, so it's in that world where you would expect to find a lot of Nomad 6s if you played a lot of tournaments. So this one I will say is probably fairly comboable for most people. The mechanics aren't super hard, but there's these triples and like a lot of finger control that you have to contend with on this map. It's also flat AR9, so you don't get that benefit of super fast approach circles to kind of guide your reading. You have to read basically all these like triples and doubles off rip. So just be happy that it isn't AR8, guys. Okay. I don't think it's too easy. If people want to play, the harder diff, we'll just pick it. It's fine.
I will say maybe like for the finals, it's about time we start bumping up the SR for No Mod 6 as well as the other.
We're cooking a few No Mod 6s that are gonna be harder. So
I think Danny's gonna be.
Katine, actually, if you hate next week's pick, don't worry. We picked it because you asked us to make it harder.
I think Danny's gonna be licking his lips, picking the No Mod 6 for next week.
I think I have the finals. I don't know if Danny agrees with it already, but I think I have a good pick for finals next week already. And I think that it's something that I don't think a lot of people are gonna want to play though. Hey, that's No Mod 6.
We will see. Honestly, if it's something,
it's not Maison Book Girl. I'll say that it's not Maison Book Girl.
Honestly, if it's something Danny is very proud about, I guarantee you it's something all the players will hate.
It's not something Danny's like. It's not something that like I think Danny's super omega proud about, but it is a fun map, at least for me and Danny.
Well, in any case, that is going to be No Mod 6, and that's going to be the end of the No Mod pool, entering into the hidden pool. And ladies and gentlemen, for our first pick of the hidden pool,
we have a custom, guys. And we have a custom.
What could it be?
What's this video? I haven't seen this video before.
You have not seen this video, huh?
I've seen this video. Is it? So let's just show off the map, and then we can start talking about it.
Well, I was planning on it just being a completely muted showcase, and we can talk about it afterwards. But the choice is yours. For now, though, I will. Yeah, I'll just shut up and press play for you guys. Enjoy.
No, dude, no way. So if you guys want to see the ending of that map, you gotta play it, guys. You gotta play it. You gotta hit the map.
Crazy dog. Not fully render it. I put the timer at the very end and just didn't. Oh, nah, I'm done, bro. I don't even care anymore.
Host didn't even watch the replay all the way through, dude. He just putting in his little program and
Dude,
start clicking the
bro,
button.
I even put a fade out at the end as I usually do, bro. Why did it just abruptly end? That's crazy. Anyways, that is gonna be
You know
hidden
what probably
one.
happened is that the render settings were for the original replay, and then the little intro you added at the start made it.
That could have been the case, but I'm not gonna question it. I just gotta wait for this to render, brother. What do you want from me? I literally rendered this, saw it finish, and immediately went to sleep. I apologize. Anyways, yeah, that was gonna be hidden one. And for those who didn't catch it, it is a custom by Ronk or WR0NK. He did make a custom for us. Sorry, what I'm saying yesterday. In the previous iteration of VSUS, if you weren't aware. So thank you to him. The map is going to be released to Bancho shortly after this showcase. But yeah, I once again apologize for the ending. But moving on to Hidden 2, and I think this is all you, buddy, because I know nothing about this.
Yeah, so if you guys do not know, Sonica has basically handed over Hidden 2, Free Mod 2, No Mod 6 over to me and Danny, so I'm going to be the one talking
That's
about
crazy.
You don't even have it downloaded?
I did not think this was the same map set.
Oh my god. Okay, so alright, we're gonna be playing Chinese circle game, guys. And out of this, we're gonna be getting 5-star Hidden 2. If you haven't played this map before, this is almost bordering on Fremont 2. It's bordering on Fremont 2, but I think that the spacing isn't really large enough to call it a hard Fremont 2. But yeah, this is out of this map, we're gonna be getting basically this kind of rhythm and pattern, triple, 2 notes, triple again. Most of these linear patterns too. If you've played this top diff as well, it follows the same flow, but it's going to just be way easier to hit. Lots of these linear patterns here.
Yeah, I mean, it's Hidden 2. Like
And I mean, you are in the semifinals at this point, so either we go harder into reading or we go harder into AR8 aim. And in this case, we've chosen AR8 aim because I think there aren't a lot of reading players in this tournament, so we wanted to pick a Hidden 2 that would not necessarily satisfy the entire field, but at least be a challenge that you might wish to undertake, right? So in this case, the reading isn't very difficult at all, but we have to up the aim requirement to make up for that.
Would you say this map is more for a wit kind of map, or is it more of a power kind of map?
I think that you gotta have some guts, obviously, right? If you're not at the guts break point,
true.
you're gonna flame out at the end. But I think this is definitely one of those where you have to have trained some wit. You gotta get that, you gotta get that late surger savvy too, just to make sure that you hit this ending. But beyond that, I will say that if you are comfortable with AR8, this took me, this was like my second play or something. So
oh wow,
it's not that hard of a map if you're comfortable with AR8.
I still think this will definitely be banned often, just like how every hit into is going to be the most banned, no matter how easy you make it.
I mean, you can just pick whatever though.
Exactly.
This is basically me and Danny showcasing a cool replay. every week we showcase a cool replay.
I mean, you guys are the dedicated Hidden 2 replayers for me. As I myself cannot say that I am an ARA hidden player, nor am I a reading player in the first place. So
I will say that a lot of times that Hidden 2 looks kind of crazy, but I say just give it a shot, and you might find that it's actually a little bit more straightforward than you think it is, because it might look kind of weird when you're looking at a replay, but when you're playing it, it's actually a lot easier to get into the flow of reading.
Yeah. And if Hidden 2 is too much of an issue for you, do not worry. There is Hidden 3. And
is this my replay? Don't tell me it's my replay.
It's not, don't worry.
Oh, good.
And my golly, will I say, it is an absolute banger and a half. It's going to be Summer Fever by Felt. I think this is one of the diffs that I think is lesser played, albeit not the egregious diff that most people are expecting to see, like the weird like CS5 and AR9 looking kind of map. I think. No clue why. Yeah. Go ahead.
This is your second alt pick of the pool, really. Slightly lower BPM. It feels single tappable, but the patterns are also it also feels weirdly fast to the point where you don't really single tap it. Like for me, I was full alting this, so we're gonna be getting more of that weird, and I don't know if I should say stinky ult, but it's going to be that like really tightly packed circles, but the angles that they force you to work at makes it a little bit more awkward and more interesting to actually have to hit. Like you see these weird angles that aren't flowy at all. You're gonna be snapping a lot in this map.
Yeah, I mean, I know it really much looks like this build should belong in Hidden 1 instead, but believe me when I say this is way more awkward than what Hidden 1 even has to offer in the first place.
Yeah, and again, this is single tappable if you really wanted to. I personally think that it's a little bit. Want to. Yeah, it's gonna be 240 for the whole time, and I think that it is essentially equivalent to Hidden 1's BPM, but the patterns are extended enough that you probably aren't going to, or you'll need some stamina to actually single tap this rather than just like give the stability of full ulting.
No more walkie tech OWC hidden.
I don't think there's any super diff spikes out of this map either. It's basically going to be these kinds of patterns for 3 minutes and 46 seconds.
It's pretty box standard, but I will say, if your aim isn't crisp, these sliders could really like throw you off in terms of a full combo. But in terms of consistency itself, it's not really that big of a problem, honestly. Like, maybe nerves could be an issue when it comes to hitting these, but unless you're like don't know, maybe Taeyeon while Danny's watching. Hopefully you won't give him another heart attack. But
yeah, this map is really getting worthy of the semifinals look. Like, you know, from here on out, we are really trying to test the consistency and skill cap of players. Because, yeah, that's totally missable, by the way. That's a very missable
that is
burst.
a very silly little miss there.
But anyways, this is... If you guys think this is starting to look hard, that's because it is. From here on out, we're slowly upping the star rating, and that means that we're really trying to hit that skill cap for a lot of players. So
yeah,
if you find this difficult, just be aware that yes, this is a pool that you're gonna have to practice and build some consistency on to find success.
That's gonna be hidden 30, and that's also gonna be the entirety of the hidden pool as well. Just say it, we hate the players. Adam, we don't hate the players. We just hate you. Anyways. Oh, it looks like Mr. Genuine will be away for now, so I'll be commentating for the 2 HR picks. Starting with HR1, and oh boy. If only Mikan was here, because he was pleading for this map to be picked when I was polling it. If you hadn't already had enough of, or maybe you're a Nomad 2 guy, but maybe 174 BPM was a little bit too awkward for you, but you really still want that kind of weird flowy aim, even more flowy snap aim, if you could even call it that. I don't even know if it even qualifies as one, but let's just say the BPM is a little bit up there. And I do believe I actually don't remember who the replayer for this is. It says that it's Jing Yuan, but I'm pretty sure it isn't. Might be Thor, actually. I could be wrong. We'll see. And it is going to be... It is Jing Yuan, actually. And it's going to be Rolling Girl featuring Evil Neuro. 6 point, I believe, 14 with Hard Rock. Or sorry, I'm mistaken. It's actually 6.18. So, yeah. Kind of say it's a mix of both Nomad 1 and more influence on the streams for HR3. Yeah, this version of Rolling Girl is a lot more metal. Hence why it's a lot more streamy than a typical Rolling Girl map would be mapped. And Mr. Genuine trying his best to say that. Also, I need to sneeze really badly for the past like minute and a half, and it hasn't come out good. If you do get jump scared, I apologize in advance. Going to the first stream here. This is 195 BPM streams with Heart Rock too, so that OD10 is really going to throw a lot of people in the accuracy department, as Genuine did show some struggle there. Again, these jumps aren't very spaced out, so you shouldn't find too much issue of it, unless obviously maybe you might have issues with the AR10 being a difficulty for you. Case in point, me. Fruit 98 FCs this. Is it too soon to say that this might be a pick that Fruit would actually use as a pocket? Because I really wouldn't put it out of the equation, but we will see. We will see. There is no way you're just gonna try to MP3 swap this, bro. Goddamn. Going to second half of the map here, and really just slightly more streams. That verse, very interesting mist over there. But yeah, honestly, pretty box standard HR1, I would say. I mean, could definitely see a lot more combo game compared to last week's HR1. That's definitely a lot more streamy and slightly less emphasis on aim, but even then, it is still there. And thank you, Mr. Drinking One, for your flop replay. And going into HR2, a map that I actually know very little about, and kind of wish he was here to help me commentate this. But oh well, it is what it is. I will do my best to follow up. I'm gonna. Oh, actually, no. I do have the map, thankfully. And I do know what this map is, kind of. It is basically last week's pick, except lower SR, and it is significantly slower. Significantly. And also an absolute banger of an artist. It is Kobo Kanade with Happy.
Sonaka, you can actually change the laser overlay if you put on hard rock in your Osu before you click on the replay.
Ah, thank you. Did I tell you to unmute to mute yourself? I think you should stay unmuted. Anyways, this is very awkward. Very snappy overall. Pretty much just slider tech galore, but with CS 6.5. And any complaints about this pick, please forward all of them to Bitterrit once again. Has he flopped HR2 for the second week in a row? That is for you to decide. Bitter's on some shit. Hey, on the bright side, it's Kobo Kanada. This song actually made me fucking tilt it while I was getting the worst replay on it. Honestly, I probably should have seen the replay and just used my replay instead. Cause look at our score difference, bro. How did I do better than you? Genuinely.
I'm back. Yeah,
welcome back.
because this is a sight read I was so pissed off by this song that I didn't play it again.
That's crazy.
Can you imagine getting an 82% play on this, all the while it's saying like, hey, be happy guys, just be happy about this. I actually was so pissed off at this, dude. I was so mad. Because like, I was like slider breaking left and right and they were like, be happy, and it's like, dude.
That's crazy.
Like, keep your chin up, and I'm like, fucking chin down, dude. Chin down, foot in the grave. Oh my god.
Bro, did you see how many times your score like jumped up and down there? Jesus. Anyways, that is going to be HR2, debatably the hardest map of the entire pool, but we haven't seen anything just yet.
By the way, there's a video for this. By the way, I was playing with video on, and I was unhappy.
I apologize.
It was like playing a Coco Melon song.
Going into HR3, and as HR2 was more techy, it was pretty obvious HR3 was going to be a completely different skill set. And also a banger. It is.
Oh no.
It is going to be Nevermore by Sasakura UK.
I'm gonna let you guys know that at this point of me sight reading the pool, I was I was getting omega tilted by having to play hard rock. Oh yeah, but this will make the actually second Devious Panda map in the pool. Although this one is actually Devious Panda, but then the last one was a guess difficulty, so we don't have any actual duplication of mappers here.
Yeah.
And this one is, I'll say that there are some crinkly patterns that you guys might find a bit difficult to have consistency on.
Like this one.
These cut streams being one of them. There's also these bursts here that are... You are going to have to practice this. These are basically all sight read checks. And as you can see, I am... Those triples are also demon, by the way. Those triples are actually demon.
Fantastic. Amazing.
Honestly, like, I think this pick, even though I picked it myself, it infuriated me so much trying to get the replay because I just couldn't do it. And that's because of my lack of finger control in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, this is... I'll say that the Hard Rock pool is definitely getting more challenging just because, you know, once you start hitting these star ratings, anything with Hard Rock just becomes exponentially harder. So it's going, especially for Hard Rock 3, that's also one of the hardest tournament skill sets to really cultivate. So I expect that a lot of people are going to find this pretty challenging, myself included. So if you don't see this played in a match, don't really be surprised. I think just because I think there's a lot of players that are going to be like, well, I'm gonna soft ban this because I don't really want to use a ban on it, but I also don't think my opponent really wants to pick it, right? Like,
imagine someone says that and then your opponent actually picks it.
Yeah, but I mean, aside from Yosh, I don't really know anyone who's gonna be super Omega consistent on a map like this.
I don't think Food would realistically pick it. Maybe he would use it as like a pocket pick, like kind of like a last resort kind of pick. But as a comfort pick, I think it's far from that for Food, or really just anyone outside of maybe Yosh. And after that is pretty much the map. Very respectable replay. Obviously not the best, but hey, it's better than me. I'll tell you that.
If I'm within 20k of Yosh's locals, I'm happy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
This is like I mentioned before. We are starting to get to the much more skill cappy. Are you gonna live play this?
No. I'm just doing it for the stats for Laser.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I think out of this, you're going to be seeing a lot more skill cap, like I said, and the Hard Rocks are where it's definitely more evident, where we are starting to push into, like, you know, the more challenging, more creative Hard Rock maps that we can pick. We aren't necessarily super constrained anymore by having to fit it into that star rating, so we're gonna be seeing a lot more, you know, weird patterns, a lot more cut streams, stuff like that. Oh, let's get into DT.
Yep, DT1, and only introduction I can give this map is you may have played this multiple times, maybe hundreds of times in your lifetime. And you've only played it. You've only played the short version of it. But have you ever played the long version?
Best friends would be pretty funny, actually.
It would be funny for best friends, but unfortunately, there's not best friends. Only thing I can say is, yeah.
I forgot it was this. Oh my god. Yeah, I was sight reading the pool last night and I saw this and I was like, wow, this is gonna get a reaction for sure.
I kind of wish Danny was here because this is my sight read replay, and I have some really funny moments with my cursor.
So for those who can't read above AR10, we're really testing you with AR 10.1 on this. But
hey man, as long as you practice, you'll be fine. Anyways, enjoy my how did he not miss moments coming up in your alley. Honestly, not much to say about it. Is your standard DT kind of aimy pick? That's the first part of how did I not miss that once again. I don't know, man. I had a lot of these moments considering it was my side read. It's just funny to just look back at it and be like, damn, that's crazy. But yeah, it's again, this is just not. There's nothing to really say about it. It's standard. It's aim. It's jumps. Slightly high AR. Obviously, it's 10.1, so it's not super high enough, but high enough to a point where I'd say you might be a little bit uncomfortable for a sight read. Case in point, me. And you all know my ability to play 10.3. It's pretty dog shit. That's going to be, unfortunately, finally a miss coming from me. We're about to get Saiza ni Narita. Oh, worse, don't worry. Oh. And unfortunately, Mr. Jing-Yuan had to leave. So this is going to be me for the commentator's booth. Yeah. That's going to be DT1 and DT2. Oh boy. Do I have a surprise for you guys. Replay once again by Mr. Jing-Yuan and yeah. Have fun playing this one, that's all I'm gonna say. If this doesn't get permabanned, I would be very, very surprised.
Next pick. Put my foot on my power button.
That's actually crazy. Anyways, so DT2.
So this next one, if you want to feel like you're playing Corsair's Open but don't have the skill for Corsair's Open double time, we got this pick for you. You guys may know this song from that other weird single tap map, but this is now double time, and it's actually a fairly simple double time. Like, I'm kind of flopping here, but that's only because I was side reading early. This is definitely this is really kind of like finger control DT. Kind of like not actually that difficult either, I'll say. So
yeah.
Just to make up for DT1, we're picking this.
Yeah, pretty much. I think I will say this is a pick that the thing with me and DT2, right, is I always go by the standard of like, okay, I'm gonna try this, and if I really hate it, that means it's a really good pick. Because I for my life cannot play DT2 in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, like this, I think this pick, it definitely feels on the more like straightforward side. Like, this was my set read, and nothing really felt omega challenging, but I can see that those weird like triples can be a little bit hard to aim control your cursor, like to keep it on it. But yeah,
it is also. Sorry, I did want to stress. It is also AR 7.5 before DT, so you're looking at an AR 9.3 with DT. So if you're uncomfortable with that, boy, do I wish you good luck, because it was not fun trying to read this. And yeah, that is going to be DT2, and oh boy, do we have more surprises for you going up to DT3.
This is a surprise for me too, because I haven't played DT3.
The only thing I can say is, if you thought the previous few weeks of DT3 was pretty hard speed, or pretty, you know, it's alright BPM, or, you know, maybe it could be a little bit faster, there is one thing I do want to give you guys a hint about for this pick. You guys remember what my comfort BPM was? What I said to what my comfort BPM was?
What?
It is going to be
What is
II.
wrong with you?
I expect this to be soft band hardcore.
This is nuts. This is actually nuts. Oh, I thought it was top diff. Okay, I thought.
No, it is not top. Are you insane, bro?
I don't know you. I don't know you.
Anyways,
Honestly,
replayed by
actually,
your truly.
If it's an insane, I think this is actually kind of playable. But I think a lot of people are going to be kind of full ulting and praying on this, you know?
I mean, it is 270 burst.
Yeah, 270. I mean, we said earlier that we wouldn't go much above 240. I don't know why I said that. I guess it's because I didn't play DT3, so I didn't know that Sonica was on a Vigilante arc. But yeah, this is. I will say that this is probably the max, right? Like beyond 270 burst, I don't know if we're gonna be testing players very much. So
I will say this is the highest I'm gonna make in terms of the BPM, especially for the DT3. Any more than that, I think you're kind of reaching like unplayable levels of BPM for a lot of players, even the best of players, unless you're unless you're Doom, of course.
I think for a lot of people, we're probably gonna be seeing a fair amount of double taps here, just because 270 is in that zone where even these short bursts are incredibly difficult to tap properly for a lot of players.
I could honestly see we could be seeing a few like recreation of that one gif of like by the night I'm tweaking gif, where it's just everyone just like shaking uncontrollably. Yeah, and that is going to be DT3. One misplay from me, unfortunately. And going into Fremont 1, and of course, as usual, we'd like to do a showcase of both mods for Fremont, for Fremont, and we actually do, with the exception of Fremont 3. Actually, we couldn't find a hidden 3 replay for Fremont 3 in time. Apologies, so we only have Hard Rock for that one. But regardless, entering Fremont 3 here, or sorry, what am I saying? Fremont 1. As we have more VLC. By the way, this is not VLC player. This is MPCHC. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. I don't know if we have any easy replays this week either.
No, we don't, unfortunately.
I don't think we do.
And it's gonna be Fremont 1 here, a song that I think a lot of you might know.
Did you change Fremont 4 by the way?
There is no Fremont 4.
Oh no, Fremont 3.
Oh, Fremont 3? No.
Oh, okay.
I think in a perfect world, I might have wanted to change it, but I was like, we were both beyond cooked at that point, at that time, so I was like, I just wanted to get this over with.
I had a banger suggestion, and I think that it would have been amazing.
I'll be honest, I actually didn't see it.
It was the one that you sent that KYS game to.
Oh no, we are not doing that, brother.
Hey, did you even play the map?
Okay, I don't get. We are not making these players guys play fucking Among Us / Eurobeat remix, bro.
I'm just saying that it would have been a really good Fremont 3. It would have been a really good Fremont 3. And you're just letting your prejudices get it ahead of you. You're just letting it get ahead of you. You're being blinded to the world of possibility because you're locking yourself into a snow globe. Goddamn, goddamn comfort pigs. And you're just shaking that snow globe, and you're watching these notes, and you're just watching these notes fall past your eyes, and refusing to see that there is a world of love and comfort Okay, but anyway, this map is
Bro is saying a
kind of
lot.
like kind of like Hidden One. You can reel like single tap basically all of it. So yeah, it's a lot like Nomad 1, a lot like those single tappable picks that we have earlier that are somewhere between alt and single tap in that weird BPM. It is 72 BPM, so it's not like this is something that you're really going to be alting, but it's kind of mapped in the way that it seems to expect you to alt, so it's definitely an option. So yeah.
I'm gonna have huge respect for the people who are gonna be playing this with Hidden, because I genuinely, I mean, this might be a biased thing since I'm not that much of a Hidden player, especially at this low of an ER, but like it just feels significantly harder to do these jumps just with Hidden.
Yeah, it's definitely among the more awkward kind of patternings that you're gonna get. It definitely fits in a Hidden 1-ish slot, but the CS is large enough that Hard Rock can also compete with Hidden on this, just because the extra awkwardness that comes with Hidden, like as you can see with that kind of pattern there. Hard Rock gets to read that for free, but they have the debuff of having to actually hit it with the smaller CS.
Yeah.
So I think this is a well-balanced pick, just because for the Hidden player, it's the awkward is where the difficulty comes from, and for the Hard Rock player, it's having to hit all these awkward patterns, but not necessarily reading it, you know?
It's definitely like a no matter what mod you play, you're still gonna suffer type of pick. Not so much as anti-mod for free mod too, but
I mean, I love the anti-mod pick, by the way. I love that one so much.
I will say for free mod too, it's very fun.
Until you know that people are gonna be throwing sticks in chat over it. I'm gonna say that now.
I take full responsibility for free mod too, but I still think it's a banger regardless.
You know what? I'm looking forward to Finals Hard Rock 2.
I actually forgot what it was. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh,
yeah.
Is it the one that I pulled?
No, it's the one that I found, and you said I'll put it in. I'll take responsibility.
Oh, is it also the one where I was like, oh yeah, like
I put it
Rimuro,
in. Like, pull it.
And I was like, Rimuro also like pulled this or suggested this to me as well, so I was like, yeah, why not?
No. I don't know if you put it in. I'll look.
I'm
Oh no, you didn't put it in yet, but I'll put it in, and you'll understand, I think.
I can double check. I'm pretty sure I pulled a proper Hard Rock 2, right?
No, yeah. Let me just
put it in this.
I'll put it on the sheet, and then you may understand.
Going on to free mod 2, and oh boy, do I have some stuff to say about this map? Enjoy.
Free mod 2. We have Deporinos. Vintage Insane. Don't you love anti-mod, guys?
Free mod, but it's a banger, so you're forced to play it? No way.
Yeah, we're forcing you guys to play Peak. So unfortunately,
Peak? You mean like the game?
Stop it. So yeah, there's some full overlap on this on the side of Hidden. I think mostly for Hard Rock players, it's just going to be standard anti-mod, but for Hidden, there are some perfect stacks. Especially as we get later into the map, there's some really there's perfect stacks, doubles and triples. So you're gonna have to be able to differentiate between them. But I'll say that the section where they exist is only for like a minute or so, and then they go back to having some stack leniency. So I'm not really sure why they're in the map. I'll be real, or why they're not just all over the map. But yeah, As we get to this next section, if you look on the Hidden side, there's gonna be some of these perfect doubles where we have to read between we have to differentiate between the doubles and triples, and it's actually one of those where if you practice it a little bit, you'll probably be fine. But on sight read, you are going to get absolutely destroyed.
Also, for those who have OCD, I want to apologize in advance. And this was semi-intentional, but for Freema 1 and Freema 2 video, and you will never unsee this once I tell you this, but the HR replay is actually behind by exactly 1 frame. I'm sorry.
But anyways. Yeah, I think as we get into this next little bit, I'm trying to remember what the triples and doubles thing was on the hidden side. Hard rock is whatever, you'll see the approach circles.
Yeah.
Let's see, is it here? I remember getting boomed on sight read by a lot of them.
Mihi do be good, honestly, and it's funny because he was yelling. He was like, he was molding at me for the pick, and he was like, "Dude, this is horrible," and I was like, "I'm sorry."
Okay, yeah, now we get to the. I think we get to the perfect stacks now. Where are the perfect stacks? Were they earlier in the map and I just didn't see them?
I think some people might have missed it, but Mihi was really struggling there with those jumps.
By the way, that up and down stream on hidden is actually pretty tough. It's AR8 hitting that is not the easiest thing to do.
Bro still nails it. It was kind of crazy.
I mean, it's AR8. I can hit anything if it's AR8.
Man, shut your bitch up. I'm kidding. That is going to be Fremont 2. And it is
He doing the star spinner.
It is unfortunately going to be the last video, well, until tiebreaker, of course, but the last video for the Fremont pool, as Fremont 3 unfortunately didn't have a hidden replay, so we're gonna go back to the gameplay for the time being. Just make sure I don't have the.
We could have had peak, but the host denied it.
Let's make sure I disable the mods here, as to not interfere with the stats for the actual map. And yeah, Fremont 3. God, this is a pick and a half. That's all I'm gonna say. Despite the stats, kind of semi low or high CS, it is only CS 5 flats, so it's not 5.2 as you might expect from a typical HR map. So Hard Rock players do have a little bit of leeway there in terms of the CS.
In case you want lore on why there's no hidden replay, I was sight reading this last night and I said, well, this is pretty close to Fremont 1 and also, what was it, Nomad something? It's like very single tappable kind of alt-ish. So I was searching for one last night and then went to bed. That's why there's no hidden replay.
Bro dropped one map. It says this is a banger, please use it, and then went to sleep. And me and Danny looked at this and went, no.
Yeah, it's actually kind of hard to find alt free mod in this kind of range. So we're getting this. You can, and just for some opinions on the hidden side, you can single tap most of these like kind of patterns. Like you normally think that Fremont 3 is probably alt, but this is definitely in the single tappable range once more. So you have the option of single tapping, and I think in this case it probably makes it a little bit easier. But at least for Hard Rock, it's probably going to be single tap all the way for most of these. So yeah, another one of those like consistency picks, 4 minutes of drain time. So yeah.
roughly 4 minutes, yeah, and very little breaks too. So not a lot of room to give a breather. I don't know why my cursor is doing that. But really, it's about as balanced as you could possibly be in terms of both hard rock and hidden. I know a lot of you might think like, oh, it's like CS5 on the dot, by the way. So it might be a little bit harder for hard rock, but I would honestly say it's less so of an issue for hard rock than it is for hidden, as hidden does only have the AR9 to work with, and these patterns, they can get very dense, especially on the second half. I know the first half makes it look like it's almost nothing for hidden, but believe me when I say the difficulty bumps up in the second half of the map. VSUS2 tiebreaker?
Was this tiebreaker for VSUS2?
No. Haru, what are you smoking? This is the first time I've used the song, period. First you'd be like, I'm gonna fact check you, and then find out there's nothing.
He's hurriedly changing the map pool sheet as we speak. Surely. he's going back to VSUS2.
I am very confident that we did not pull it as a tiebreaker in the first. This is 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So why would I pull this as a tiebreaker?
Really wish we picked Among Us Hero B.
Are we getting another 0.3? Opposite actually, and you'll see why.
I have to say, I think that this week's tiebreaker is a banger. I personally really love the map.
Oh, it's not only a great map, it's also a great song too. I freaking love it.
Did you leave storyboard on?
Oh, I didn't. No.
Oh, you just live play it. Don't open the video. Just put the play in.
Tragedy.
Just open the replay.
No, it's gonna spoil the. It's gonna spoil the.
It's fine. Well, let's play the video then switch to Osu.
Oh hell no, that's gonna be even worse, bro. Alrighty, and
render it again. Go to ORDR right now and render it again.
just open Vegas Pro.
just go to ORDR and put it in, like, kind of download it.
That's crazy, bro. It's fine. It's fine. I feel like the players can get to experience the storyboard themselves during the pool multi lobby after this.
There's absolutely no way that is happening.
Is there?
I think there's zero chance.
Mayhaps. But yeah, let me just switch scenes real quick. Enter full screen, and I think for now it is going to be it from me and Genuine for a little bit.
Yeah,
but,
hopefully this pick doesn't bring you down, guys. This is
I think
something.
I think this pick will make a lot of people happy. Maybe some people not so happy. But yeah, we will see. It's not Stella, boom. I've already used Stella. I can't use Stella again. Stop. It's not Stella. It's not fuck. Anyways,
let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Enjoy, guys.
Amazing.
Yeah, if you guys get the tiebreaker, it is going to be a show, I'm sure, because though all of those patterns are, you gotta have nerves of steel to be on tiebreaker nerves and hitting all those, man. Like that's just, I wish you guys luck if you reach this point, but for now that'll be all from us. We're taking away the limiters, guys.